We are live in the broadcast right now with Chase, Burch, Marmolejo. Chase, how are you?
I'm doing great.
Oh my gosh, you look fantastic. It's so good
Thank
to see
you.
you. It's been a few years since I had a chance to chat with you. It's probably
Yeah,
been about a good maybe 5, 6 years, maybe. A lot
yeah,
has
it
ha-
has.
a lot has happened since then, right?
Yeah,
I,
for
I think
sure.
the last time I saw you, you were actually graduating from high school, going off to college. And then the next thing I know, I blink and you finished college and you got married.
Yeah, yeah.
What the heck? Well, I'm so happy for you. It's wonderful. Your life is going well. So tell us, your feelings about St. Jude. This happened quite a while back for you, right? When you were diagnosed with your cancer, right?
Yes, it was 14 years since the diagnosis and 13 years since I've been cancer free.
That's such great news. It's so great to hear that. So, as far as your health and everything is concerned, you're feeling good. You look wonderful.
Yeah, I'm doing great. Doing great.
I'm so happy. So
It's all
now
thanks to St. Jude.
absolutely. We're so thankful for them. And so I know that you're doing some writing these days. So tell us a little bit about what you're doing in your career right now.
So right now I've helped share my story a little bit through my book. That I helped with Mastering Our Mountains, where I shared my story about finding St. Jude and learning about the diagnosis. And a big part of our journey was a lot of everyone that really came together for me. They started calling me Supergirl when I was going through treatment and everything. And so I really embraced that. And so I decided that I was actually going to St. Jude because I was fighting an evil villain, medulloblastoma, and I was gaining my superpowers.
There you go. And boy, did you gain your superpowers. I think you whooped its tail.
Yeah, yeah.
Atta girl, we're so proud of you. So, what can you remember about that time when you were going through your journey with this cancer? What stands out the most for you when you were a patient at St. Jude?
I think um, I have there's a lot of different
A
things I could
lot,
say, but
sure.
I remember walking in and I didn't realize it was a hospital. It wasn't until they started um, doing the blood pressure that I went, wait a second, we're in a hospital. Does not look like a hospital because it's so bright and colorful, and they just make a horrible experience the best it could possibly be.
Absolutely, it's very, very true. Any other things that you might want to say about St. Jude that has resonated with you and has stayed with you all these years?
I think probably one of the biggest things was that St. Jude, you are a patient, but they allow you to still be a kid. I remember at the Target house, they have a little area that we would always play kickball, even though we had uh, like IVs and crutches or whatever the case may be. Just our little bald heads running around and playing on the playground because we were still kids, and St. Jude really allowed us to still have that in our lives. And that's, I think, one of the biggest things about St. Jude that's so different. You're not just sitting in a hospital bed feeling sick the whole time.
That's right. I think they do their best to try to help you take your mind off of it for a while.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. They have lots of activities going on for all the patients and families, and um, just you feel like a family. Everyone
Absolutely.
there. You
And I
just
truly believe that anybody who's involved with St. Jude in any way, shape, or form, in addition to being a patient, whether you're a doctor, whether you're a partner in hope, whatever it is that you're doing that is affiliated with St. Jude, I just think it's just one big family.
oh, for
Uh,
sure.
it's like a body that heals itself, it's like everybody has a function and has a job, and this is what we're doing to get the person better, and everybody plays their role and their part and does what they're supposed to do, and it all works for the greater good.
For sure. And I love that St. Jude is a research hospital, meaning that every dollar that's donated to St. Jude is practically it's like you could multiply that by 1,000 because they share the research, they share their information. So the kids here in the valley will be on the St. Jude protocol if it's because the St. Jude has proven that they are the best. So it's just amazing what St. Jude has done and that they help so many.
They do. I think one thing I want you to do right now is, let's just say all our listeners, they're listening right now, they're paying attention to this interview. And what would you say to them about make an appeal for them to become a partner in hope right now? And I'll give the numbers. You make the appeal. You let them know why they need to become a partner in hope.
You're saving lives. I know that I probably wouldn't be here without St. Jude. And they have the best treatments out there, and they do so much. They help the families because you don't have to pay. You don't have to worry about that. That burden is lifted off your shoulders so that you can just focus on the child, on the patient. And that's the most important thing.
That's the best reason to give. And you're looking at the evidence of what St. Jude has done by this beautiful little face right here in front of us, Miss Chase. I didn't mean to make you cry, darling.
That's okay.
But, you know, those are probably tears of joy. You're here today to share your story. And I'm sure your husband is elated with St. Jude.
Yes.
Because he's your best friend. You got to marry your best friend. And that's thanks to God and thanks to St. Jude, right?
Yep. We were both 10 when it happened, and he said that he wishes he could have been there with me, but that's not how it worked out. But he was definitely there for me.
Absolutely. And he's here with you now and for you now. So it's just a beautiful thing how things have worked out. We're so happy for you today to see how your life has turned out. We're so happy for these stories of success for St. Jude. We also know of the stories of the 20% of kids who don't get through, who don't make it. And this is why we continue to fight every single year with our Radiothon and having folks like you on to tell people, look, we still got work to do. We still got a ways to go. And so your story is very important. And we are so grateful to you for wanting to share. I was talking to your mom earlier and I'm like, well, why, how come I'm not talking to Chase? She's like,
I'm glad that I'm here and can talk to you.
It's so good to be grateful. Back. Yeah. It's good to have you, hon. Thank you so much for sharing your story today. And
thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Become a partner and help do it for Chase. If you know Chase, you're friends with Chase and her husband, call right now. Become a partner in hope. 1-800-726-4673. That's 1-800-726-HOPE. You can text the word kids to 626262. That's another great way to go. Either way, you're going to become a partner in hope and be part of this family, part of the family with Chase, myself, all the doctors, nurses, and everybody involved. Thank you once again, Chase, Burch, Marmolejo. We wish you all the best, my dear.
Thank you.